for staying with us. Let's bring you some national news now. The amended Nuclear Liability Bill has meant a bigger worry than the draft it presented in the Parliament, with the word "and" used. The supplier liability finds no takers, and the government desperate to win the BJP support on it yet again. The minister in charge, Prithviraj Chavan, met BJP's Arun Jaitley in a bid to end the stalemate over the issue, with no conclusions yet and the discussions still to continue.
A last-ditch attempt at resolving the government-opposition deadlock over the Nuclear Liability Bill. Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs Prithviraj Chavan met Leader of the Opposition in Rajya Sabha Arun Jaitley and may have come up with at least a way to move ahead. Government sources say that the two are discussing 4 options to resolve the crisis. Option 1 and 2 amend the draft after tabling, either remove the word "intent" that was surreptitiously inserted and led to the latest deadlock, or change the language, also since the current language is being perceived as harsh by suppliers, both international and domestic. Option 3 is to send the bill back to the standing committee, but in this case it is unlikely to be passed before Obama's visit in November. Option 4, have a liability clause in every contract signed with the suppliers.
This is brought at the behest of the United States of America. They want to sell their nuclear reactors to India, and they want that if they sell nuclear reactors, if there's a nuclear accident, those companies should have no liability. That is the purpose of this bill. I think it's a shameful thing that you need a bill like this.
But if the government has some different intent in adding a word "intent" and keeping the word "intent", then I don't think it would be easy for the Bharatiya Janata Party to support the bill in the present form.
The Congress's political worry is that bulldozing the bill past dissenting left and right might generate bad publicity, since the bill deals with an Aam Aadmi issue, compensation for potential victims of nuclear disasters. Nevertheless, the government is ready with Plan B, and the salary hike for members of parliament is being seen as an attempt to get Lalu Yadav and Mulayam Singh Yadav on board. One single clause in the Nuclear Liability Bill has become an albatross around the government's neck. That is why the opposition is sensing a political opportunity. Now the government's options are limited. It has to either give in to the demands of the right and the left, or be exposed to the arm twisting of the Yadavs. In Delhi, Rahul Srivastav for NDTV.
Moving to news from Orissa, the NC Saxena panel has found Project Vedanta guilty of violating several environmental laws, even saying it was threatening through 2 endangered tribal groups. The report says the local community's consent was not sought and it would have an adverse ecological impact. Orissa's Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik was in Delhi on Monday to meet Dr. Singh and the Environment Minister on the issue. The controversial Vedanta bauxite mining project in Orissa has been scrapped. The Ministry of Environment and Forests rejected permission to the 8,400 crore rupee project in Orissa by the Anil Agrawal promoted Vedanta. Well, now, Mr. and Mrs. Tharoor, Shashi Tharoor, the former union minister, and his newlywed wife didn't have quite the pleasant start to their honeymoon that they had expected, with some starting problem. The flight that takes them to Dubai and Spain returned to Trivandrum after a technical snag.
The star couple who started their third innings with much fanfare, but honeymoon plans hit turbulence soon after takeoff. High drama unfolding for Shashi Tharoor and his latest wife, Sunanda Pushkar, on board an Emirates flight while the couple were on their way to Dubai. This is what happened. All was well with the Emirates flight EK523 when it took off from Trivandrum at 4:35 this morning. But just 45 minutes into the flight, the pilot's in-flight console showed a snag with the landing gear. The pilot, playing it safe, decided to turn back to Trivandrum. Caught in the mid-air drama with his wife Sunanda Pushkar, what did Mr. Tharoor do? Well, you guessed it right. He got those itching fingers of his on his BlackBerry and logged onto Twitter. And here's Tharoor's tweet, ruining the fact that he would miss his connecting honeymoon flight to Hamburg. Honeymoon plans off to a shaky start, but Mr. Tharoor, we wish your marriage ain't as turbulent as your ministerial stint.
Well, he'll probably just be saying Ba Hamburg. Well, moving to the sports stars who are making news, Tiger Woods may not have won a title for a long time, but he's still golf's biggest star. Tiger Woods and his wife Ellen have now officially been divorced. That's 9 months after a late-night car accident triggered off a series of revelations about the golfer's marital infidelities. Woods announced on his website that the divorce was finalized in a court in Florida. Tiger and Ellen have been married since 2004 and have 2 children. The terms of the divorce have not been released yet. A day after a hostage crisis in Manila killed 8 people, all of them Chinese tourists from Hong Kong, China has now demanded a probe. In Hong Kong, a black travel warning has been raised, urging all travel to the Philippines to be cancelled, and has called on the people of Hong Kong in Philippines to leave as soon as possible. Now, an exhibition of photographs celebrating the birth centenary of Mother Teresa on the 26th of August has been opened in New Delhi. The snaps are believed to convey a sketch of her life.
That mother, that individual, she never flickered as a human being. And her love and passion to serve the mankind never fluctuated. She was so much there till the last day.
Mother Teresa, a life dedicated, brings to life the compassion and faith of the Saint Mother's selfless service to mankind. Photographer Raghu Rai's association with her spanned over 3 decades as he recounted moments when his life was touched by the Mother's prayers.
I was photographing her for a few days and then she says, tomorrow is Easter day, you don't come because, I don't want anybody to be walking around when I'm doing my prayers. So I said, Mother, I have learned 2 things about you. A, that when Christ was suffering, you were not there to serve him. So all these human beings who are suffering are your Christ. She says, yes. And I said, Mother, you nurse them, you serve them. And your second biggest thing is to rejuvenate and connect with the Lord. So that next day again, you can serve them again. And I said, I have done half the story. If you don't let me photograph when you're praying. And then she allowed me. And see the connectivity. You see, this is the magic of Mother Teresa.
These pictures speak louder than words as they convey the mother's prayerful intensity and strength of commitment, which till date remains unmatched. In New Delhi, Pooja Talwar for NDTV.
Well, it may be just black and white, but still pictures of a lifetime. Now, a festival after another. Today is Raksha Bandhan. Our reporter Lokpriya dropped a visit at the very busy South Carpet area and brought us the festive mood from there.
From sweet memories, good times together to those heated arguments and catfights, the brother-sister duo share each phase of their life together. And on this day, on Raksha Bandhan, they renew their oaths of affection to each other. I'm right now in South Carpet and the mood here is very upbeat and there's an air of festivity. As years pass by, the Rakhis too are getting only better. Gone are the days of Rakhis in gold and red. Now there are a variety of them available in market. And gifts too are not limited and which cannot be bought right from the shop. This time around, the brothers are going down the personalized gift route and are getting gifts customized for their sisters. And if you're still wondering what to get your little sis, then it's time you go to the shop and get those personalized calendars and mugs and make her feel very special. In Chennai, Lokpriya, NDTV Hindu.
And we wish you too the cheer of the festival. That's the news tonight. But we leave you with a sneak peek into the Champions League promotional that's got the Big B having quite a ball trying to provoke Dada, Roy and Scooter into losing their cool. Enjoy these images. Good night.
सचिन, धोनी और कुंबले के सपोर्टर मसाज करवा रहे हैं। दादा, पेपर पे तो आपकी टीम प्रचंड है, पर मैदान में उतरते ही खंड खंड है। दिखा देंगे। लग गई ना मिर्ची? जरा आग लगा क्या? भाई साहब, माना कि आपकी टीम टॉप है, पर फाइनल में हर बार लुढ़क जाती है, फिर भी इतना होप है? हाँ है। अरे मैच देखिए, माना कि आपकी टीम को जोश जो है वो बहुत धीरे धीरे आता है, लेकिन तब तक 2020 का गेम खत्म हो जाता है। मार देखा ये तो यार मुझको। I think we should cut it.